Hey, Junction City Today fans, you are so lucky because you've tuned in today to hear about Applegate Home Care and Hospice. My guests are Kelly Wilson and Don Woodbury, and I am, boom, right there in the letters, Craig Bielik, your host, who you've seen a lot, but you haven't seen these guys, so don't change the channel because we are about to get some good information on home care and hospice, and that's why we have you two here with us today, right?
That's right.
All right. Well, all right. I want to hear a little bit about your backgrounds and what your titles are. Don, what do you do for Applegate, and what is your background?
Background in hospitals and in post-acute care. So
Okay.
post-acute meaning what happens after hospitalizations.
All right.
Skilled nursing facilities, assisted living facilities, home care and hospice. And I've been with Applegate for 10 years and
Okay.
loved every minute of it.
And you like it?
Yeah.
Kelly, what about you?
My background has been in healthcare about 30 years, skilled nursing, and then, of course, home health and hospice. So,
Cool. Cool.
taking care of a variety of people, and it's been great. And I've been with Applegate for 2 years.
Cool. Why did you guys get into doing this? I mean, you could have, look, Don could have been a model. I mean, look at that guy. Look at that guy. I mean, honestly, look at that. You could have been a model too, Kelly. I didn't mean that to sound that way. But why did you guys do this instead of, I don't know, being a sculptor or something?
I think passion for people and wanting to make a difference in healthcare is one of my number one reasons for going into healthcare. Just being able to help people and watch people get better and be able to live productive lives and be happy and have quality of life is what's been important to me. So I love what I do.
Good.
It's all about people.
Good. And speaking from experience, when someone needs your services, that's the kind of person you want. This is the kind of person you want. Somebody that says those things and believes those things, because home care and hospice, especially hospice, are pretty touchy things, right? And you have to be done by professionals.
That's right.
Right.
Hospice is really, really touching, and hospice definitely makes a big difference in the lives of those that are terminal, those that are at the end stages of life. And so to be able to go in and provide quality of life for not only a patient, but, embrace the patient and the family as a whole is very important. And so that's something that I thoroughly enjoy.
Good.
In
good.
hospice.
Well, let's dig into this, Don. First off, let's get your website up on the screen. There it is. Boom, right there.
There it is.
Let's talk about where is Applegate? Where are you located?
Well, Applegate covers most of the Utah population. We have branches that cover Weber, Davis, Morgan, Box Elder counties. We have a branch in Salt Lake that covers all of Salt Lake County, one in Park City, one in Heber,
Okay.
one in American Fork, and one in St. George and Cedar City.
So the answer is everywhere in Utah,
Yep.
right? And then for the average person, what is it that you guys do? I mean, if you're going to explain it, and, just talking to our folks out there who may not know anything or very little about your business, what is it that you do?
Do you want to answer that?
Yeah, sure. So we, the population, the senior population is growing, although we don't just treat seniors. In fact, we have a good share of what I would say young patients at 45 and 55 and 65. For the home health, we typically treat people that are recovering from surgery in the hospital, total knees, total hips, other surgeries, stomach surgeries and such. And then on the hospice side, which is a whole different animal, let's let Kelly answer that one.
Kelly, yeah, you're on, girl. Look.
Go. And I just want to add to the home health. When we're out helping people and even talking with physicians, we want to be that preventative. We want to help prevent that patient coming out of the hospital to not have to be readmitted to the hospital, and then also prevent our seniors from having falls. And so that's huge in home health. And then for hospice, like I said, we take care of terminally ill people, and we have a lot of people that decide that their journey has come to an end and they want to spend quality time with their family. They want to be comfortable, and you can take a whole different approach to hospice in the fact that when we're taking care of people on hospice, let's look at who is this person? What was their background? What did they enjoy in life? And start thinking about memories and take something that could be sad and hard for people and turn it into more positive. And So we're just basically that whole team approach where we have a nurse and a social worker, spiritual coordinator, volunteers, massage therapy, music therapy, and so we have a whole team caring for the patient that's on hospice and also embracing the family too.
To make it work. And I think it's important to know, in case you folks out there don't understand, these services are in your home.
Correct.
Or in the home of the patient, right? They're not coming to you in a center or something like that. You are going to them. You're going to their home so that that person can be...
Wherever they live. It could be in an assisted living. It
Okay,
could be a
that's a
skilled
good
nursing
point too,
facility.
Dawn. Yeah, that's a good
Independent
point
living.
too,
Right.
Dawn. But your whole thing is to make these people comfortable in the environment that they are in,
Right.
instead of
Correct.
taking them out of that environment.
Yeah, people want to be home.
Yeah.
Most of the time. That's
Yeah.
not true for everyone.
Right.
And that's okay. Some people would rather spend the last few months of their life outside their home. We've had some of those, and we respect that preference. But for the most part, people want to be home to either recuperate and recover and rehabilitate, which are the key words for home care, or on the hospice side to be, kept comfortable and to, as Kelly was saying, to reminisce. And one of the great services of hospice is it's a rich benefit, and we all pay into the Medicare fund, and so everybody, we've all earned it, and we should take advantage of the hospice benefit. Hospice pays for durable medical equipment, hospital beds, shower stools, and those kinds of things, the medicines and the supplies that are related to the terminal diagnosis.
Right.
All those things are covered by hospice. It's 100% covered.
Right.
There's not out-of-pocket costs for hospice.
That's a good thing to understand. And I have a little bit of experience with that, in that my great father-in-law passed away a few years ago, and hospice came out and took care of him for the last 3 weeks of his life. And it was, you did way more than I thought you were going to do. I mean, way more than I thought. I mean, I kind of envisioned, there'll be some counseling and maybe some nursing services, but it was way more, including treatment of the family, right? Not just the patient, the family and loved ones. That was fantastic. And
Another thing that we'd like to do too is find out, what can we do? What's one final wish that they may have? And it may be something as simple as going out to dinner with my wife one last time. But we like to call it Make a Wish. And,
Okay.
what would you like to do that's within reason, of course, that you can do with somebody in their family. So that's something special too that I think is
Sure.
something that we like to do for our families and for our patients on hospice. And
you can't grant me my wish of spending an entire day and night with Sofia Vergara. Can you
Sorry
guys
about
do that?
I can work on it.
Are you sure? Because that's a legit thing. I mean, but within reason, right? So I guess one of the questions people out there are going to have is, how do you get started with this? How do you know if you're a good candidate? Who do you call? Do you you obviously have a website that explains quite a bit about it, but I want to talk to a person. How does this work?
You can, I actually receive calls from people who call into our office, and what I like to do is go out with my our social worker, Zach, and set up a meeting with the family and the patient, no strings attached, and just do what's called hospice education, and take out our information on our medical director that would be taking over their care, and any questions related to hospice. And we have a neat little what's called a hospice conversation kit, or starter kit, and it actually goes through where the family can go through questions with their loved one and things that people don't even think about. We give them all the information that they need. We give them the opportunity to talk about it as a family and then call us back.
Go to that website and find the phone number and call, and you guys will answer all the questions. right?
Absolutely.
And this is, like you say, no obligation.
No obligation.
Right.
We'll just come to their home and
And have a conversation with your physician, with loved ones. One of the misconceptions about hospice is that, that's what you do the last few days of life. And that couldn't be further from the truth.
Really.
Medicare even says we want people to enjoy the hospice benefit for several months. It's much better for the family. The family can relax and not worry about all the medical questions and everything, and let somebody else worry about that, so they can focus on their loved one and have those last weeks and months together in a comfortable environment. And it's really does reduce the stress on the family.
Sure.
It's a wonderful benefit.
Sure. Yeah, I've been through it, like I said, and I've heard from lots of other people too. Did you guys know this was this interesting? And did you know it was this easy? I mean, these are services that all of us will need at some point. And the folks with Applegate are here to help you. There's the website one more time. Call Kelly, ask for Kelly. When you call, ask for Kelly, right? Or ask for Dawn, one of these guys, and let them help you through these journeys. Again, home care doesn't have to be, it's not an elderly person. It can be anybody that needs a little bit of help, right?
That's right.
And hospice, of course, doesn't have to wait until the very last minute. It can be months, maybe even up to a year.
It could be.
Yeah, depending on the circumstances.
The Medicare benefit says 2 doctors have to sign saying that if the disease goes along its anticipated course, that the person would pass away within 6 months.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that they will.
Right.
And sometimes people, when they get on hospice, actually rebound, and we actually discharge them from hospice.
Really, and isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Indeed.
So let these guys help you. Applegate Home Care and Hospice. My guest, Don Woodbury, over there on the far end, and Kelly right here in the middle. We need to have you guys back. I'm sure we can delve into each of these topics much deeper with a separate episode. Is that right?
Right. And these benefits are, Craig, covered at 100% by Medicare for both home health and hospice. There's no out-of-pocket for the family. So that's something really important to keep in mind.
That is way important. You held out. You saved that till the very last, didn't you? You wanted to go out with a bang. She wanted to go out with a bang, and she did. And you guys have been watching Junction City today. We thank you for your time. Please tune in again, and we're going to have Kelly and Don back. I promise.